Good morning, Patriots. I'm Andrew Smith, and today is Friday, February 2nd, and it's time for the Patriots sports update. Let's turn it over to Mr. P with your hoops update.
The regular season of winter sports are winding down, and postseason rankings are becoming a focus for both boys and girls basketball. The boys team sits atop the Jefferson District, just a game ahead of CHS as they head into a big matchup tonight with county rival Monticello High School. The Patriots are 17-3 and hoping to finish strong as the Jefferson District tournament awaits. The girls team will start things off tonight with much on the line as well. A strong second half of the season has the girls winning 4 of their last 5 games and has them positioning themselves for a possible playoff run. This is going to be a great finish to the season with home games coming up for both squads. You can catch the boys at home on Tuesday as they wrap up the season against Goochland. The Jefferson District tournament gets started on Friday, February 9th, and we'll have details for you on that as soon as we have them.
Thank you, Mr. P. Last night, the indoor track team traveled to Louisa for the Louisa Polar Bear Tournament. Both boys and girls squads finished second in the 6-team meet. Among the highlights for the girls team were Madison Vandross and Cadence Hawkins, finishing second and third respectively in the 55-meter dash. Ashlyn Zarzinski finished first in the 55-meter hurdles and a first-place finish in the 4x200-meter relay. On the boys' side, a first and second place finish in the 3200-meter run by Balin Duncan and Jacob Mackey, and a first place medal in the 4x200 relay. Angelus Jones took first place in the high jump, and Daniel Sejadhar took first in the men's shot put. Congratulations to all our indoor track and field athletes, and good luck in preparing for upcoming regional and state competitions. Tomorrow, the swim and dive teams head to regional races. The swimmers will head to the Regency Pool in Northern Virginia, while the divers will be jumping off of stuff at Fork Union. Good luck to all our pool people bringing home medals. While not exactly a sport, the robotics team here at A-Town are very competitive and very successful. Here's a look at some of the members of that team and what keeps them building those robots.
So as a robotics club, we have 4 teams here at Albemarle, and each team kind of is divided up into 2 or 3 groups. There's generally coders, builders, and then outreach. So going into building our robot, we have to have the funds to support our robot and everything we buy. The builders design the robot, and then they buy the parts and put it all together. And then the coders, they're the ones who take that finished robot and turn it into something that works and you can control with a controller in the competitions.
Yeah, so just pretty much what I said, we focus primarily on design and just we'll use CAD and just go ahead and just design the robot and see if we need new parts, or we can use the same parts, and then that's where kind of the funds go by. And then later on we'll go ahead, we'll start kind of creating the robot, and then with the program we'll see, and we'll kind of test out the robot to see if these different aspects work. In the competition this year we've had different factors that we had to practice, so we just basically do that. It's kind of more of a timetable. We'll incorporate the engineering process and see we tested one thing out, and if that wasn't able to work, we'll reflect and just see what else we can do and just change it.
Nice. When you say that you're check if you can reuse stuff, do you guys reuse parts of old robots sometimes?
Yeah, we have a lot of for our robot, we have a chassis, which is the main base, and we have a lot of channels for that we like to use. We just want to make sure that we're also sufficient with our money and make sure that we're
you're not spending too much.
Yeah,
that's cool.
So we also had 2 competitions this year. The first competition, we faced issues with the autonomous portion of both the teleop is the driver controlled part, between the driver controlled and the autonomous parts of the robot, where for our robot we had a claw picking up the pieces, the arm holding that claw, which is not sufficient, and we had issues with it actually being able to move throughout the competition. But other than that, it was mainly our autonomous portion. We use machine learning to for that portion to be able to detect the object, but unfortunately that just wasn't working for us.
Personally, that's a good question. I think I just enjoy designing stuff. I'm a builder turned captain, so at heart I'm a builder. But I really enjoy designing stuff.
So I did not know a lot about robotics. One of my friends who was on the robotics team, she told me that like it was just a fun experience, and I didn't know a lot about robotics in general. Like I knew like I was interested in STEM, but not specifically at that aspect. So she told me at the club fair you should sign up and like get a feel of what robotics is like, and I was like, okay, like I'll like sign up. And it was really nice because like through robotics I've got to learn so much, and truly like the community here at Albemarle was like amazing.
For me, it was probably the coach and my Mesa teacher, Mr. Barlow. Last year, before last year, I didn't really interact with any other black students that were in Mesa or even in any of my classes. So when I had a teacher like that, who was actually my first black teacher, and he introduced me to robotics, I immediately fell in love. I've always been interested in computers, hardware, programming, and the like. So when I was able to work on that kind of team, who was very interested in the same things I am, especially towards a competition like this, because I'm very competitive, I just had a lot of fun.
First, I would say get in contact with me. I'm still looking into trying to bring in more people and more students to, just have a love for STEM and have a love for robotics. And really just to be a part of the club, you got to catch us during the beginning of the year, because our season lasts from September all the way to February. So it's a very long season, and the teams kind of get to close knit. But I also want to give people as many opportunities. So we're trying to work on the Patriot period piece, but it just hasn't gotten together.
That's all for now. We'll see you all Monday on A-Town Today.